I was born and raised in a very close and happy family in Southern California. We were not extremely religious, but our faith did play a role in our lives. My dad was a successful high school and junior college football coach, and my mom enthusiastically supported him in all he did. I guess you could say that we were a typical Southern California football family. I eventually was selected All-State, and I was invited to help out at the San Francisco 49ers summer camp. At the same time, I started to pray the rosary daily, asking Mary for guidance, and I bought some books on the saints. It became clear that I really wanted to teach others about the faith, and during this period, a legionary priest asked me to help out at a retreat in San Francisco. During this retreat, I could hear once again the voice of God in my soul, telling me that He wanted me to follow Him. I spoke with the priest afterward, and we decided that I would go for a 2-week visit that summer to the seminary of the Legionaries of Christ in Cheshire, Connecticut. I arrived at Cheshire and was totally taken aback. I could not believe the number of young men who had the same desire as I had. I was enthused, and even though I didn't admit it at the time, I knew it was my call. Finally, my 2 weeks were up, and I had to make a big decision. I needed to tell my football coach and the San Francisco 49ers if I was going to go back. It was the biggest decision of my life. The question was I going to drop everything that had been the focus of my life for over 10 years and put my life in Christ's hands? After a lot of praying and an overwhelming support of my parents, I decided to leave it all behind, to put my faith in Christ and enter the seminary and become a priest in the Legionaries of Christ. After I was ordained, I actually went home to celebrate my first Mass, and I stopped by football practice where I used to go to college, and I walked out on the field, and there's not too many times a priest walks out on a football field. There was about 80 guys out there practicing, and I saw a coach, and I walked out directly to him, and everybody stopped. Everything stopped. Everybody took off their football helmets and looked over, walked over to me and gave me a hug, and looked at me and said, "Congratulations." He knew I had become a priest, and he started crying, and he just embraced me, trying to hold back the tears. He turned around and I heard him say, "Men, that was one of the greatest football players that had ever walked on this campus. He was an all-state selection, and you all should be very proud of him. He is now a Catholic priest." He saw me as a great football player, but I really know that behind that, he saw the grace of God that had worked in my life. God had chosen me. God had prepared me. He had brought me along as a football player, but for something much greater than that. So as he saw these human qualities, I saw God. Being able to go out and preach Christ, not only with words, but with my life, with a witness, a true witness, was something that I had present before, I had present during, and now I have present at every moment. I am another Christ, and I love that.